Shido was now on his 8th date in less than 2 days. Yes, it seemed as though he was going to be caught up in the games of Natsumi the Trickster. And this was a game where lives were at stake. Although it happened in the most peculiar of ways. It started that evening as Shido was resting on the couch. He had already gone out with Toka, with Kaguya, with Yuzuru, among others. And now he was just trying to rest and catch his breath. For the fastest man alive, he often found himself rather tired and well spent, and it didn't come from using his powers. It was more of the mental that was draining him more than anything else. And as he heard the doorbell ring, he wondered who it could be. To his surprise, it was none other than Yoshino, along with Yoshinan, dressed up like witches. Well, if this was the most telltale sign of a potential trap, then Shido didn't know what was. After all, the trickster in question often liked to wear this attire. But for Yoshino, she was simply under the impression that today was Halloween, and she decided to go trick-or-treating. Of course, she went trick-or-treating to the house where she lived, but it was worth the effort. Trick or treat. If I don't get anything sweet, I'll have to prank you. Yeah, that's right, Shido, Yoshinan the puppet said, attached to the hand of Yoshino. So, are you going to hand over the sweets, or are you in for a tricky surprise? Hey, Yoshinan. I don't have candy, but if you come inside, I think I have a treat for you. It was in the evening, but Shido decided to whip up a quick batch of hotcakes. And, to their delight, Yoshino enjoyed it. Of course, for Shido, even if this was a potential trick, he couldn't help but enjoy seeing Yoshino happy. For all of the girls, helping them, allowing for them to be themselves. That was what he enjoyed the most. And for Shido, if not to toot his own horn, he was pretty good at cooking, and he was pretty damn proud of his hotcakes. Of course, as Yoshino wanted to build up her courage, she would offer to feed him some. Shido didn't want to upset the girl or deny her request, so he graciously took a bite off of the fork as she lifted it to him. Seeing that there was some on the side of his cheeks, well, wanting to add to her boldness, she reached out and began to eat some of it off. Of course, for Shido, this was embarrassing to say the least, but nothing could have prepared him as he heard Yoshinan speak. Uh-oh, Shido, Big Brother's come back to roost. Big Brother, and Well. Snart! Big Brother Snart! Yoshino would immediately hop from the table and move to give him a hug, Snart responding in kind as he gave Shido a deathly glare. Have you ever had hotcakes before? They're really, really good. I want you to try some, and... Oh yeah, hotcakes are really good. Although this doesn't seem to be the only thing that's getting hot in here. Shido? While I'm out there risking my life, fighting the good fight against DEM, I come back to check up on things and see how my little sis is doing. And what do I find? Her dressed in a witch's costume when it's not even Halloween, and you making the moves on her. Let me ask you, have you ever had your body subjected to below freezing temperatures? A few times, but yeah, it's not fun, is it? And you know what else isn't fun? Subjecting the body to below freezing temperatures and then taking a hammer and... I didn't do anything, I promise. I was just trying to... Oh, shut up. So, what's this mess you've gotten yourself into now with another spirit? While Yoshino was enjoying her hotcakes, Shido would take Snart to the other room. They hadn't heard from Snart in a while, not since they broke him out of DEM's holding facility when they went to go rescue Toka, and that had been a little over 4 months ago. Last they had heard, Snart had pretty much gone on a one-man campaign against Isaac Westcott and DEM. You could basically find him anywhere around the world. Wherever there was a DEM facility, Snart wasn't too far behind. Even for Westcott, Snart was starting to become a little bit of a nuisance. Nothing too major, but more of an inconvenience than anything else. As if at every opportunity, every waking moment, he was just looking for a chance to cause them more of a headache. And now, he had finally made his return to Japan to see how Shido was doing on his end. So, let me get this straight. In the 4 months since I last saw you, not only have you not made a move against DEM, but you've been playing tit for tat with the AST and trying to still go on dates. And you're supposed to be the hero? Look, it's not like that. At Ratasker, we're doing more than just saving the world. We're trying to save the spirits. Your sister? Yeah, I'm very appreciative of that, Shido. Have you discovered anything about the man in yellow? Have you made any progress on that front? I haven't seen him since that day. But trust me, I've been trying to. It doesn't seem like you're trying, Shido. Well, what am I supposed to do? I mean, it's not like I can just go around waving a sign saying, hey, mysterious speedster in yellow that's kicked my ass on multiple occasions. Please, make yourself known so that I can potentially get my ass kicked again. If you were stronger, you wouldn't have to worry about getting your ass kicked now, would you? You say it like it's easier said than done. If I kicked your ass right now, would that be easier said than done? Hey man, what's your problem? What's your problem? Shido, do you not understand? We are at war. You're at war, Snart. There's more to life than just revenge and just revenge. Shido, do you know what it's like to be trapped? Trapped in a cage, poked and pried, having your skin peeled back. Machines sinking their way into the innermost parts of your body, violating you in the worst ways possible, tearing you apart like a damn contraption, and then piecing you back together. Do you know what that's like? I had to deal with that crap for 6 months. 6 months. And you know what kept me going? The idea that I could bring it down. Every day, every time they cut me, every time they pulled at me, every time they violated me. The only thing that kept me going was the thought that I would put Westcott and everyone that works with him in the grave. And I have you to thank for that. You saved me, and I'm grateful. Shido, you have a gift. Extraordinary power. Power to do far more than what you're doing now. Sooner or later, the time's going to come when you need to step up. And I'm just afraid that the day that happens, who knows who's going to have to die? Who's going to have to pay the price for good old Shido to finally do what he's got to do? And what exactly do you want me to do, Snart? Join me. This will be a whole lot easier if we could work together. Ratasker, whatever they're doing, all right? The little cutesiness, the games, the dates, this and that, all of that can wait. Right now, we need to hit DEM. Hit them hard. Destroy them. And how many more people will get destroyed in the process? Shido would ask. Have you thought it through, Snart? What about Yoshino? You want her to get involved in the war too? Of course I don't. I don't. We could use your help here. This whole lone gunslinger act of yours, it's only going to get you so far. You've hit a couple of DM bases around the world. And what's it gotten you? You destroy a couple of research facilities, a couple of weapons factories here and there. You're making slow progress, but it's not meaningful progress. At least I'm making progress, Shido. Look, I just wanted to check on her and make sure everything was all right. I actually have somewhere I need to be tonight, so can't stay long. But watch yourself. Because honestly, the truth is almost as plain as day, but you can't see it. What truth? This speedster guy, man in yellow, whoever he is, he seems to know an awful lot about you. Yeah, I've noticed, but it's not just that. He seems to know a lot of things. Something that only someone close to you could figure out. What are you getting at? I'm saying it would be wise if you check your own house first. And by the way, a puppet can't see something that the user can't. Huh? Keep that in mind. See ya, Shido. As Snart would leave him, Shido had a lot to question. As the dates would continue, so too would his choices, having to find where Natsumi was. Of course, for her, all of this was a game that Shido was losing pitifully. What do you mean by check his own house? A puppet can only see what the master sees? What about the puppet? The puppet. When Snart showed up, it was Yoshinan that saw him. Yoshinan saw Snart before Yoshino and Shido. But why would that be a big deal? Yoshinan's a part of Yoshino. So Yoshinan can only see what Yoshino sees, not the other way around. Son of a bitch. As it finally resonated with Shido, Natsumi would ask for him to make his choice. So, who am I? Have you figured it out? Yeah. Although I gotta say, you're a lot cleverer than I gave you credit for, Natsumi. What? You're Yoshinan, not Yoshino. You. How did you? You said you would be impersonating people in these photos. Yoshinan counts. But Yoshinan can only see what Yoshino sees. You gave yourself away when Snart walked into the room. You greeted him as Yoshinan, while Yoshino was distracted with That's besides the point. You're the puppet. You think you're so clever. You think you've got it all figured out. Hey, don't you, Mr. Flash? Why are you doing this, Natsumi? Shido would ask her. I mean, whatever it is, you don't have to. Oh, please. You saw it. You saw it. You jerk! Immediately, the broomstick that Natsumi was using would start to glow, and all the girls that had been captured had been released, along with Natsumi in her true form, a true form that was far removed from her robust and more effeminate charm to something more small. Safe to say, the jaded-haired witch was not pleased by this level of disrespect, not just once, but twice. You've seen it again! My true form! Your true form, but Oh, Kotori would say. So this is what you use your spirit power for, huh? To try to hide who you really are. I don't understand why. Confusion. Why hide who you are? Yeah, it makes no sense. You all make no sense. You know what? You'll pay. You'll pay, Shido. Because now I'll hit you with my greatest trick. Your greatest trick? Wait, what? Hold on. Everyone get down. The broom's glowing again and just... In an instant flash, you might say, Shido and his friends were once again subjugated to more of Natsumi's trickery. That being, Shido would have to play daycare. Because now, Toka, Kotori, Kaguya, Yuzuru, Miku, and Yoshino had all been shrunk down to little old kindergarten age. Shido, Kotori would say. Shido? Miku would ask. Shido, what's going on? Confusion. Why have I been reduced to such a small state? Shido! Oh no, Shido. This doesn't look good. Huh? Oh. I need a drink. You're not old enough to drink. Miss Reina? Shido heard through the intercoms. Get the girls back to Ratasker. We'll reconvene from there. Miss Reina would now have to take the helm of Ratasker, as well Kotori had been reduced in size. All of them had, and so too had their maturity in a lot of ways. Some were crying for food and candy, others for attention, among other things. Even Origami had gotten caught up in the mix, but she was going to use this to her advantage, as she went around telling everyone that she was Shido's daughter. Safe to say, she was not making it easy on him at all. Even for Dr. Wells, he had never seen anything like this. I don't know what to tell you, Shido. This is way above even my pay grade. But come on, Doctor. You gotta figure out something. There's gotta be a way to turn them back, isn't there? We're dealing with a spirit that has the ability to affect and change form. My guess is this has to be something to do on a cellular level. After all, power cannot be created or destroyed, it can only be reshaped. So I imagine that she's doing that with living and non-living organisms. At least that has to be her power in that broomstick of hers. Her original form, as you said, was that of someone of a smaller stature, and she uses it to change to a woman that's more robust. So it's likely it has something to do with shrinking and growing mass. Well, you've definitely got your work cut out for you, Cisco would say. Actually, you both do. Cisco, I think you should assist Shido in this matter. Huh? Hold on. I did not come all the way over here just to play daycare and... Cisco? Yeah, alright. And while we're doing this, sir, what are you going to be doing? I'm going to be trying to figure out how I can reverse the effects of what Natsumi has done, along with tracking her down with Reina and the other members of Ratasker. For now, though, you need to keep a close eye on the girls, especially the spirits, Shido. They've been reduced in size, but not with their power, but they are more vulnerable. There's no telling if the AST or DEM are going to make a move, so you best be on guard. Understood. So, is it just the two of us, or? Cisco would ask. No, I know one more person I can call. He's probably going to be really pissed that I'm calling him back here last minute, but I got nothing for you. Less than 24 hours later, Shido felt a disturbance. It started when his door was frozen and kicked in. All right, where's the danger? Shido, where's Yoshida and... Snart, you're back. Huh? What the? Munchkin-sized Yoshino. And me, too. Yoshinon? What the hell? Shido? Hey, Snart. So glad to see you made it back and just a whole freeze gun to the face. Yeah, and if you don't start making sense in the next 10 seconds, I'm going to turn you into Frosty the Snowman. So start talking. Your text. You said that everyone was in danger and I needed to hurry back. Yeah, we are in danger. Danger of having too much fun. Yay. And could you please remove the gun from Papa's face? Origami would say. Papa? What? What have you been up to while I was gone? First off, who the hell will want to reproduce with you? Hey! I am not a bad... That's besides the point. Look, we're dealing with a spirit and, of course, spirit this, spirit that. You know what? I fly spirit, and I'll tell you, that is nothing compared to the fiasco that you have going on here half the time. I was in Germany. I was getting ready to enact the plan. I had a plan down to the last millisecond. Do you know what I was going to? Yeah. You had a plan. What you were going to do, huh? Blow up another DEM building? Come on. This is more serious right now. I need your help. I can't do all this by myself. Are you not the fastest man alive? Oh, wait. You're probably not. So why are you even just... Shut up. You know what? I don't need to put up with this, Itsuka. Seriously. War. What part of war do you not... You're not fighting a war. You're fighting just... And you know what? You don't... No, you don't... Both of you, shut up! Cisco would say. Look. You two can have your marital fighting or whatnot in the other room. You're scaring the kids. Right now, we need to make sure that faces are washed, teeth are brushed, and that dinner is ready. We're having curry, and we're going to need to get some extra bowls. So, everyone, chop chop, let's get to work. I'll start the rice, Shido said, and I'll chop the vegetables, Snart said. Cisco, Snart, and Shido would have to work together in taking care of the girls, all while the other members of her tasker focused their efforts on tracking down Natsumi. In the meantime, Isaac Westcott had returned from London. He was stationed in a hotel in Japan. He was enjoying a glass of wine after a long day's work, when suddenly the lights would go out. There was a blur of red before finally the man in yellow stood before him. Well, so nice of you to grace me with your presence, Mr. Yellow. Forgive, but I don't know your actual name, but I assume you're not here for a social visit. May I offer you a glass? It's vintage. No, thank you. I can't get drunk anyway. Let me guess. The metabolism in your body? Your speed, you break down the alcohol faster than it can affect you. Sharp eye. I'm told. So, what can I do for you? You have something that I want. And I have something that you want. Oh, I do now. The access to technology in DEM Industries. Deus Ex Machina. I need that tech. And also, I need your resources for tracking down a spirit. A spirit? As you know, I am in the business of hunting down spirits myself, but what spirit in particular are you looking for? Because I imagine that if you're coming to me, then you're looking for a spirit that Shido Itsuka doesn't have. You're right, he doesn't. I'm looking for the spirit that has the ability to control time. Ah, that spirit. You're looking for Nightmare, aren't you? Kurumi Tokisaki. That's the one. She has what I need to return. To return? You're not from around these parts, are you? No. In your world, it's far different from what you remember. From what I remember, I think I remember everything quite well, and what about 30 years ago? The first spatial quake? What? You're trying to tell me that you? No. No, you. Ellen would then emerge with her blade drawn. Ellen, it's okay. Stand down. Are you sure, sir? I'm positive. You're one of my valued assets. I'd hate to lose you in a meaningless fight. Smart man. Always. You have to know when to make the right business decisions. But still, you were there. You played a role in the first spatial quake, huh? It wasn't by choice. The circumstances were out of my control. But I have worked very, very hard to change fortune into my favor. And I'm close. But let me guess. Shido, the Flash, keeps getting in your way? Quite the contrary. I will need his assistance as well. It's quite the opposite. You could say it's reverse. He's actually not living up to par. He's not where I need him to be, but I'll get him there soon enough. And what about Ratatisker? I'm sure they've factored into your plans as well. I have people on the inside with Ratatisker. No need to worry about that. When the time comes, they'll be taken off the board, and you'll be able to move freely as you wish. What exactly are you offering me? Spirits. 6, potentially 7. All at your disposal to do as you see fit. All I need is your cooperation and to keep things off the record. I must have what you want really badly if you feel the need to ask me. You don't strike me as the type of fella to ask what you want. You seem like you would rather take it. Very inquisitive. I would, without question. But it would be in my best interest to keep you alive, for now. But if you feel like crossing me, then plans can always be adjusted. No, my ambitions, while grand, in the end, they are nothing to speak of, nothing that's worth rocking the boat, but I like your style. Tell you what, we'll be in touch, and let's see how things play out. I find you Nightmare, you deliver the spirits to me, we wipe the Flash, Ratatisker off the board, and then we go our separate ways. Sounds good. I'll be in touch. And with that, the man in yellow would disappear from the room into the night, as Isaac would finish off his glass of wine. Sir, do you really think it's wise to get involved with someone like him? I hate Shido and the others just as much, but this guy, Don't worry, Ellen. A man like him, he's desperate. I could tell in his eyes, but you can't see his eyes. Precisely. He's a man that likes to project power, even when he's in his most vulnerable state. Think about it. Someone as powerful as him, you really think he'd have to go around asking for anything? No. My guess is he's done as much as he could in this world. And if he goes as far back as the spatial quake, it means he's been active for a good old 30 years now. 30 years. And he still hasn't succeeded in his plans. No. He's had to wait for something. Something that's finally come about. But he doesn't have the means to make it happen on his own. That's why he's come to us. And what are we going to do? We'll help him, of course. I'm interested in the spirits, as well as Shido Itsuka. Not for the speed, but how exactly he can seal spirit power. That's what I'm most concerned with. We get our hands on that. Our man in yellow's free to do whatever he wants. Besides, he won't be a problem for us anymore once he's gone. And we'll be left with this world all to ourselves, to mold it as we see fit. This concludes Data Live Flash in Time. What if Shido was the Flash? Season 3, Part 2. As always, if you enjoyed today's video and everything else that we have to offer, then please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share, and hit that bell for post notifications so you can stay up to date on everything that is PowerCore Productions and Podcastings that has to come out now and in the future. Stay tuned tomorrow as we continue with Data Live Flash in Time. What if Shido was the Flash? Season 3, Part 3. But anyway, that's going to do it for the end of today's video. I'm Javon Harrington with PowerCore Productions and Podcastings, signing off, and I'll see you next time.